Okay, in the previous video we looked at the surface area of different types of prisms, and in this one we're going to look at the surface area of cylinders. And I have here as my example just Coke cans to give you a visual reference as to what I'm talking about when I say a cylinder. So let's have a look at these cans. This is a typical can, and you'll have to use a little bit of imagination with me here. I know it's not exactly a cylinder, but it's going to help you visualize what's going on. So in this can I have a couple of features. I have the top of the cylinder, I have the body of the cylinder, and I have the bottom. Those are the three things that we need to know about. So the top, body, and the bottom. Now, finding the surface area of a cylinder is you go through the same process as finding the surface area of a prism. You have to break the shape up into its simple shape components. And I've sort of drawn it on here already. If you look at the top, we have a circle. That's its simple shape, and it's got a radius of r. So we also have a bottom that's going to look exactly the same. So I have two of those. What about the body? Well, if I took off the top of the can and I took off the bottom, I'll be left with this tube. You think of a toilet roll maybe, or something that's just a tube that you can look through. And if I cut that tube through one length of it, I'll unfurl it and I'll end up with a rectangle. And that's how we're going to do this. We're going to end up with a rectangle. And what dimensions does this rectangle have? Well, it's going to have a height, which is this. So I can say height. It doesn't come up well. Height. And then it's going to have another dimension, which is all the way around it. Remember, I'm unfurling this and back again. So I've cut from here and then I've unfolded it, and that's actually the circumference of the circle. You can see I've made just a loop around the circle. It's the circumference, and if you can remember your formula for a circumference, then the length, remember this is the height and this is going to be the length of my rectangle. The length is going to be equal to the circumference, which is 2 pi r. So to figure out the total surface area of a cylinder, I need to find out two things. It looks like three, but I only need two. I need to find the area of this circle. This can be the top. It's going to be exactly the same as the bottom, so I have to do two of them. The area of this circle is pi r squared, and I have two of these, so I need two. I also need to add the rectangle, and the rectangle is the height times the length, which in this case is 2 pi r h. So if you need to, I would stop it here and go back and put this information into your book, especially this formula, because you're going to need that to solve the surface area of a cylinder. So let's do a worked example to finish off this video. Here's my formula, 2 pi r squared. It is 2 because I have two circles, and pi r squared is the area. And I'm going to add the surface area of the body, which is the circumference, 2 pi r, times the height. So let's put all this in together. So let's start 2 times pi times 6 squared plus 2 times pi times 6 times 15 area equals, and that's going to equal 226.2 plus 565.5. Together that equals 791.7. Again, I've been missing my units. Squared. Here's a problem that I would like you to have a go at. I've put the information here, and remember I've put the diameter in, and you want to use the radius, so you have to divide the diameter by 2. I'm going to put the answer up. I'm not going to do the working out. I want to see if you can get the same answer as me. How'd you go? Did you get this answer? Round it up. If so, fantastic. If not, have another go. Go back and see how I did the other one, and see if you can replicate that. That's it for this video. In the next video we'll look at how to do the surface area for composite shapes, so putting rectangles and cylinders together and finding the surface area. Thanks!